Hey guys, this is Heretic, and in this video I want to talk about all the things you should know when starting a new account in War and Order. That could be that you're moving to a new realm, or it could be that you're just starting the game fresh. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So the very first thing you should do before you get invested, you should take your time and you should go through the tutorial, of course, and you should just do free upgrades. You shouldn't spend at all, zero. You do your free upgrades as much as you can. You just keep growing. You're not spending any money at all, nothing, zero. But you're doing your upgrades like this, if I can get through this. And I'm going on level 9, zero spending, and it's been a day. The next thing you want to do, while you're doing that, you want to look in world, right? Before you join an alliance, before you know anyone, before you do too much, you want to look at the world chat, and you want to pay attention to, is it toxic? Is it busy? Like, is there a lot in here? Like, you see all these 731. You want to look through here and just see if it kind of goes with your play style, if the people seem decent or cool. The next thing you'll want to do is you'll want to go to Lord Info, go to Rankings, go to Lord Castle Ranking. Look at the rankings here. Is it moving super fast? Do you see the people that maybe are negative in world chat? Do you see them with a level 30 castle the first day? You might not want to stay on the realm at that point. But if you see that it's relatively balanced, which this one is, pretty balanced, and you look over kill rankings, are people going crazy? On any of these, is there someone just really blowing everybody away that would give you a little bit of pause on whether or not you want to invest? Because this is an investment. It's both an investment, monetarily, and it's an investment with your time, which to me is more important. I don't want to spend 2 months playing in a realm and then hate it and leave it after a month or two because the investment is wasted, because the people are, I just can't stand them for whatever reason. So once you do that, and you're sure you're gonna stay, and you're sure you're gonna invest, the next part comes to do all of these quests. So you have these New Realm Founding Ceremony event, and you'll want to go through that, and you'll want to get as much as you can here without actually. So you'll want to do as many of these quests as you can. You'll want to do all of the quests for the King's Road. You'll want to do each and every single one of these. They'll give you speed ups, and they will give you resources. You'll want to do your daily quests. So if you go here to quests, you'll want to do the growth quest as well as these daily quests. These daily quests will help you with resources, and it's especially important early in the game because a lot of these things are harder to come by. So you can get some good Lord XP. You should be able to max these out pretty much daily. So do everything that you can to finish the daily quest every day, and to do as many of these growth quests as you can. So you'll see here, I'm getting some resources, I'm getting some Lord XP, some speed ups from each one of these, and these are basic things that you'll do just playing the game. You're not spending any money to do these quests. You're upgrading your barracks, your depot, etc. So as you just build up, you will get stuff for just making a medic tent, etc. So it's just kind of helping you through the game and telling you where to focus within the game and rewarding you for doing it. So I highly recommend it. So in the beginning, always, even if you've decided, this is going to be a good realm, it's still really early. I don't encourage a lot of spending at the beginning, especially because you're not going to have access to a lot of stuff. So if you look in here in sales, everything is around building troops, building, speed ups and resources, right? All the way across. You're not going to have a whole lot else. There's a little bit with your beast, but it's honestly, it's all around basically the same thing. There's not a ton to invest in anyway. So if you are going to invest small. You want to get the Eternal Golden Hammer Pack, of course. The next thing you'll want to do is, let me see if that's, no. So you'll already get that with that. And you'll want to get the Growth Fund. So I believe that's here. And the Growth Fund. So here you go to Events and then go Growth Fund. You only have the first month to get this. And it's really, really good. It costs $10. Yes, $10 is $10, but what you get out of that is really good. You get a ton of gems as you move up, a ton. So I think it's well worth it in the end. The amount of gems that you get is worth it. I would get those two things to start at a minimum. You may want to do some of these bonus packs, which are good, that give you some skins and stuff. And you can get, as you move up, you'll get some of these one-time special type things that'll give you a bunch of resources or something that you'll need to get to the new level. Just don't go crazy and keep track of what you're actually spending. So I highly encourage having a budget at the beginning and don't go over that. I would say for me, not to go over $20. And that $20, because that $20 is very high likelihood that it's going to be wasted and I'm going to end up saying, I hate this realm, I'm going to go somewhere else. Because you don't want to invest in a realm unless you're really sure you're going to stay there, unless you have friends there, or it just seems like the perfect place for you to grow and be a part of it, right? You don't want to be too far behind, but then you're going to want a couple big spenders in the realm, whether that's you or if it's someone else. You're going to want it because you're going to want to be able to compete. If you're like me, you want to be able to compete as a realm and as an alliance. So it's nice to have a big spender on your side that can help you guys compete and recruit and stay on top. So those things are really important. So once you've done that, so you've decided to stay, probably even before you spend a penny, you'll want to start building out your farm. So you'll want to either build a farm alliance from scratch and make sure that you get some of the spots. Unfortunately, there are people that every single new realm, they go in, I don't know if it's a bot or not, but they take up a lot of the real estate, a lot of the good mines, and then they immediately try to sell them on the world chat. You see that all the time. I'm hoping that this is something that Camel will crack down on and get rid of, because it does hurt the game overall in the beginning, because people who are legit don't have a lot of opportunities unless you're really quick at the very beginning of the game to build out your farm. So if you are planning on staying, the quicker you get your farm set up, the better. And then build out, start with 1 and get it to 10, then go to your next castle, and then go to your next castle, get up to, I would say, around 5. For me, I can't manage more than that. It becomes way too much work to do that. But around 5 is pretty good. And then what you want is for each one of them to focus on a different resource. You're going to want to get the ones that are going to get your stone and your iron leveled a little bit higher so they can actually collect it. And then you want to just focus on those guys getting those resources while you play on your main account. And then you will get those resources from those farms, which will help you grow without spending as much. That's the goal. Limit the amount of spending that you do over the first 30 days or so. So give it a month before you invest what you had already planned on investing in the game. It's really tempting to see, You know, you see the people on the rankings at 20, and maybe they're talking a lot of garbage in world chat or even in your alliance, you know, like they're doing great and all that, and that's great for them. They are probably already set and they know what they're doing. They came with friends, and so they know that they already have their budget to spend to race to the top. That's fine. But I would highly suggest that first 30 days, don't spend much, just grow naturally, spend a limited amount, and you'll be able to still stay up, you know, in a day or two, spending less than $20 in that first month. You're going to be in the top 20, 25 players if you do it right and you put the time in and you build your farms and all that as far as castle level. You want to wait that first 30 days before you invest, because then things will start opening up, like the artifacts and some of the things that are actually worth investing in for your tech. So tech is where most of your spending should go. Your resources should just be something that you get within the game from your farms or from loot. You should try to limit the amount of money that you spend on speed ups and on resources. Focus in on tech. So when I say tech, most of you know, it's going to be your artifacts when they open up, 10. But when they show up that you can actually do that with, you're going to want to get your Colossus, and the one that you can start from the beginning without spending very much is here in your forging. So they have these quests at the very beginning that will allow you to get some decent gear. You'll want to do that. You'll definitely want to do that, so that, you know, and you'll get that just from your regular, like getting your hammer. Right, you'll be able to actually get some basic gear which will raise up your tech. All right, so I do hope this helps. So let me know in the comments below the video what you do and what you think about when you're starting on a new realm. All right, with that, take care.